Today we're going to be reading a Pokemon book, Thundershock in Pummelo Stadium. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's begin. Chapter 1, Battle for the Jade Star Badge. The battle between Creamed Gym Leader Luna and Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town will now begin, the gym announcer said. The Jade Star Badge hangs in the balance. Ash Ketchum took a deep breath. Lunala stood on the opposite end of the large gym. White lines on the floor marked off the battle area. Ash had come a long way since he first became a Pokemon trainer. His journey to capture and train Pokemon had led him to far-off Orange Islands. Here, trainers could battle for 4 gym leaders, known as the Orange Crew, to earn badges in the Orange League. So far, Ash has already earned 3 badges: the Coral Eye Badge, the Sea Ruby Badge, and the Spike Shell Badge. Earning the badges hadn't been easy. The Orange League badges revolved around strange tests of skill, rather than the traditional one-on-one Pokemon face-offs where he used to in the Indigo League. This was his final battle. If he earned the 4th badge, he would go complete for the Winner's Cup. Ash wondered what to expect. The kind of twist would Luna throw at him? According to the common gym rules, this battle will be conducted as a double battle, the announcer continued. Each trainer will battle with a team of 2 Pokemon. Ash absorbed this information. In a typical battle, 2 Pokemon would battle each other until one fainted. The Pokemon left standing was the winner. But two knew they have to look out for each other. If one of them fainted, the battle would be over. Luna smiled. The older woman reminded Ash a little of his mother, but he knew she wouldn't go easy on him. Have you selected your Pokemon, Ash? Luna asked. She threw 2 red and white Pokeballs. Marowak, Alakazam, I choose you, she shouted. The balls burst open, then the 2 Pokemon appeared. Ash recognized them both. Marowak was a ground-type Pokemon that wore a skull mask and used a bone in battle. Alakazam was a powerful physic-type Pokemon with long pointed ears. It carried a spoon in each hand. From the stands, Ash's friends Misty and Tracy looked Ash with concern. Beating a physic-type Pokemon wasn't easy. Which 2 Pokemon would Ash choose? Pikachu. At Ash's side, his little yellow electric-type Pokemon, Pikachu, was eager to battle. I'll use Pikachu, of course, Ash said. And this one. Ash threw out a Pokeball. A large orange Pokemon burst out. Go Charizard! Ash cried. Charizard stomped its big feet. It slammed its wings. Ash smiled confidently. With Pikachu's electric attacks and powerful uncharged firepower, it'll be unstoppable. Pikachu rushed out to take its place on the floor. Charizard stomped ahead of it and blocking its way. Angry sparks spot from Pikachu's cheek. Charizard responded by shooting a stream of flame into its smile. Pikachu dodged the fire. What are you two doing? Ash cried. You're not supposed to be fighting each other. We're here to win a badge. Ash's friend Ash's friend Missy shook her head. Her orange ponytail bobbed up and down. Ash's Pokemon were supposed to work as a team, she told their friend Tracy. Ash needs to get his Pokemon under control, the older boy agreed, but Ash didn't have time. Let the match begin, the announcer blared. Alakazam, Marowak, go, Luna yelled. Alakazam and Marowak ran to the center of the gym. Charizard, Pikachu, block their attack, Ash called out. Pikachu ran past Charizard. The fire and flying type Pokemon didn't like that at all. It burned Pikachu's lightning bolt and shaped with a hot flame. Pikachu cried. It held its burnt tail and glared at Charizard. Stop fighting, Ash scolded at the Pokemon. Charizard, tackle Alakazam. Charizard nodded. It flew across the gym, aiming for the physic type Pokemon. Alakazam, use your physic powers to stop Charizard cold, Luna cried. A strange light began to glow in Alakazam's eyes. Powerful beams of physic energy erupted. Charizard, the strength of Pokemon, stopped moving in the mirror. The orange light from Alakazam's physic attack had trapped it. Ash thought quickly. Pikachu, help Charizard, he called out. Use thundershock on Alakazam. Pikachu hurled an electric blast. It accidentally hit Charizard. Charizard roared as its body sizzled with electricity. I couldn't believe it. Charizard and Pikachu were supposed to be working together. Watch your aim, Pikachu, he yelled. Luna smiled. You can't win a double battle unless your Pokemon work together, she said. Marowak, boomerang. Marowak threw the bone in its hand. The bone spiraled through the air and slammed Charizard. The big Pokemon thud to the floor and the bone flew right into back into Marowak's hand. Now Alakazam, Luna cried. Hit Charizard with physic again. Alakazam shot a dive beam as Charizard and the Pokemon rose into the air again, surrounded by orange light. Alakazam looked pleased. It pointed one of the spoons in its hand and Charizard gave it a twist. At the same moment, Charizard crashed back into the floor. Marowak threw another boomerang. The heavy bone slammed Charizard, then returned to Marowak. Ash looked at Charizard worried. The Pokemon was taking a lot of damage. It looked weak. Time to wrap it up, Alakazam, Luna said. Alakazam raised the spoon again and Charizard rose up. Charizard needed help. Pikachu, Ash cried. Charizard is your friend. You have to help it. Pika shrouded recalcitrant. When it looked at Charizard helpless under Alakazam powers. Pikachu nodded to Ash. Electric sword crackled as it built up a charge. Then it hurled a lightning bolt at Alakazam. For a split second, Alakazam lost control of its physic hold on Charizard. The fire-type Pokemon landed squarely on its feet. Char! It roared. Charizard looked stronger now. Luna turned her attention to Pikachu. Marowak! Hit Pikachu with Body Slam! Marowak charged across the gym floor. Head lowered. It was about to slam Pikachu when Charizard lowered its huge wing and knocked Marowak away. Pikachu and Charizard are starting to work together, Misty said. Charizard began to fly across the gym, ready to attack Alakazam and Marowak. Pikachu ran alongside Charizard and jumped up. Charizard paused and let Pikachu jump on its back. After his Pokemon were really working like a team now, but Marowak and Alakazam weren't giving up. Marowak threw another bone at Pikachu. The electric-type Pokemon ducked and missed the bone. Pikachu responded by zapping Marowak with another electric blast. The attack had no effect. Marowak's a ground-type Pokemon, Misty said. Electric attacks won't work. This will end it, Luna said confidently. Alakazam, Psybeam. Ash said. A Psybeam could easily knock out almost any Pokemon. A glowing ball of energy formed in Alakazam's mouth. The ball shot out as a beam of golden light. Climb, Charizard, Ash commanded. Charizard flew up, just missing the beam. At the same time, Marowak's bone circled back from the last attack. The bone smacked into Alakazam, sending the Pokemon falling forward. The gym floor absorbed the Psybeam. The beam zoomed across the floor right in Marowak's path. Golden light exploded from the ground-type Pokemon. Marowak tentered back and forth and fell to the floor in a faint. Marowak is unable to battle, the announcer cried. Ash is the winner. Luna looked at the battle area, shocked. Then she smiled. Congratulations, Ash, she said. You just won the Jade Star badge. And here's a picture. Oh, and I also forgot to show you these other pictures. Charizard, Pikachu, Ash, and that's all. Now let's begin chapter 2. Stunned by Villain. I can't believe I earned all 4 Orange League badges, Ash told Pikachu. He and his friends were resting on a small ice island. Pikachu, said the little Pokemon. Pikachu was proud of its trainer. That winner's cup is going to be mine, Ash said confidently. It's the highest honor a trainer can earn in the Orange League. Pikachu nodded. Let's go find Misty and Tracy, Ash said. I bet we can make it to the next island before dark. Sometimes Ash didn't know where he'd be without his friends. Misty had been traveling with him since he started his Pokemon journey. She got impatient with Ash and lost to teased her just as much, but they had been through a lot together. Ash and Misty had met Tracy when they came to the Orange Island. It happened right after their good friend Brock left them to study with Professor Ivy, a Pokemon breeder. Tracy kind of invited himself along. Ash didn't mind. Tracy's Pokemon, Marl, Venot, and Scyther had proved useful in many situations, and Tracy knew a lot about Pokemon. Ash and Pikachu found Tracy kneeling in a clearing. Tracy brushed a strand of dark hair away from his face. As a Pokemon watcher, Tracy was always looking for Pokemon to study. Today he was sketching a sleepy Villapium. Villapium had a squat blue body and a red flower on top of its head. In the center on the flower was a hollow stalk. Ash had seen the combination poison and grass type Pokemon before, but never one of this large. Excited, Ash ran into his friend. That's a pretty cool vial. Whoa! Ash tripped over a rock. He tumbled, knocking into Tracy. The two boys fell into stack on top of the Vimplium's head. Vimplium woke with a start, thinking it was under attack. It pushed Ash and Tracy out of the stalk. They flew up in the air and crashed into the grass. Then Vimplium showered them both with a fuel-smelling orange dust. Ash and Tracy coughed and choked. They fell to the ground. The next thing Ash remembered was he was lying in the hut. Pikachu was leaning over him, looking worried. Misty pressed a cold claw to his forehead. He felt like he was burning up. Ash tried to sit up, but he couldn't. I can't move, he said weakly. His arms and legs felt paralyzed. You inhaled Lumpum's stun spore, Misty said concerned. There's no Pokemon Center on this island. I'm not sure how you get the things Antoid you need. Tracy was lying next to Ash. He struggled to talk. The Pokédex, he said. Right, Misty said. She took Dexter, Ash's Pokédex. From his backpack, Dexter was a small computer that held information about all kinds of Pokemon. Misty asked Dexter about Vimplump's attack. She found that the Silverio weed would cure the effects of stun spore. Another picture appeared on Dexter's screen. It was a small purple Pokemon with a round body and a flat tail. Poliwag has a spiral on his stomach. We'll find it, Misty said, grabbing Togepi, the tiny Pokemon that still wore an eggshell. She ran to the door. Pikachu wanted to go too. You need to stay here and watch Ash and Tracy, Misty said. I'll be right back, I promise. Pikachu agreed, but it was disappointed. Misty ran down the sandy trail. I think I saw a lake when we were out walking before, she told Togepi. There must be some salvia weed there. Soon they came to a clear blue lake that stretched as far as she could see. It would take Misty all day to search the bottom of it. How are we going to do this without a Poliwag? Misty said. Let's try to find one. Togepi chirped. They didn't have to look far. At that moment, a little purple Pokemon came running through the trees. Poliwag, Misty cried. Oh, look at his big round eyes. You're so cute. Togepi smiled. But the Poliwag didn't look happy. It hid behind Misty's lap, saw that it was afraid. What's the matter, Poliwag? Misty asked. Hand over that Poliwag, a voice cried. Misty spun around. A young man with blue hair came running out of the trees. He wore a white uniform with an R on the front. Alongside him ran Meowth, a white scratch cat Pokemon. James, Misty cried. He was part of Team Rocket, Pokemon thieves who were always chasing Misty and her friends. What are you doing here? You want that Poliwag, Meowth said. Well, Poliwag doesn't want to go with you, Misty replied. Poliwag whimpered. Meowth and James looked at each other. There's no use being polite with this Poliwag, Meowth said. Right, we'll just have to take it, James said. He threw a red and white Pokemon. Victreebel, go! A Pokemon as tall as James burst out from the ball. Victreebel, Lego bell-shaped plant. Victreebel tried to swallow James. Not me, James cried. Attack them! Victreebel split out of James. They bounced across the grass, headed for Misty and Poliwag. Misty was ready. She threw a Pokeball. Go, Goldeen! She cried. Chapter 3. Misty versus James. A frilly goldfish Pokemon appeared in a flash of white light. Goldeen looked pretty and delicate, but it had a fierce horn on its forehead. Victreebel, Razor Leaf, James commanded. Sharp green leaves flew from Victor's bell-shaped flower. Goldeen dodged the leaves. The goldfish Pokemon splashed into the lake. Victorville jumped off the shore. Goldeen rose up out of the water, slamming Victorville with its tongue. Victorville flew up in the air. As it came down, Goldeen smacked into green grass type Pokemon once again. Goldeen, fury attack, Misty cried. Bam, bam, bam. Goldeen jumped out of the water again, each time smacking Victorville with its horn. With one final slam, Goldeen disappointed Victorville back on shore. The Pokemon was tired and weak. James frowned. He held out a Pokeball. Return, Victorville, he said. Victorville disappeared inside the ball. Togi, Togi, Polly, Polly. Togepi and Poliwag gave a happy cheer, but James wasn't finished. Go, Weezing, he said, throwing another Pokeball. Weezing, a poison-type Pokemon, looked a purple cloud with two heads. Weezing, it moaned as it burst out from the ball. Misty didn't miss a beat. Go, Staryu, she cried. She threw a Pokeball and gave a 5-pointed star-shaped Pokemon appeared. Staryu had a red jewel in its middle. Staryu, tackle, Misty called out. Weezing, tackle, James countered. Weezing and Staryu flew at each other. Slam, they collided in midair. Slam, another tackle. Slam, they crashed into each other again. Weezing, smog attack, James commanded. Weezing belched out a thick cloud with a black smog. The purple Pokemon covered Staryu. Misty knew what to do. Staryu, double edge. Staryu spun around and around, creating a strong wind. The wind quickly cleared the smog. Staryu spun faster and faster when it zoomed through the air and slammed into Weezing. Weezing, the poison-type Pokemon, soared away. You did it, Staryu, Misty cried. Meowth faced Misty angrily. I guess it's up to me, it said. Misty recalled Staryu. Then she threw out the turd ball. Go Psyduck! A chubby yellow Pokemon that looked like a duck popped out. Meowth grinned. Getting rid of this bird brain will be easy, Miss. It said, Scratch attack! Meowth lunged at Psyduck. Its claws bared. It scratched Psyduck across the face. Sigh. Psyduck didn't seem bothered by Meowth's furry stripe. Meowth frowned. Now I'll use bite, it yelled. Meowth opened his mouth and tried to bite Psyduck's big head. Sigh. Psyduck moaned. Its eyes began to blink rapidly. That's it, Psyduck, Misty said. Use disable. Psyduck blinked. A light glowed on its head. Then it covered Meowth. I can't move. Meowth cried. Now use confused, Misty told Psyduck. Sigh. Psyduck cried. A bright light flashed and Meowth went carrying backward. It crashed into James. The two fell to the ground in a faint. Slowly, Meowth and James got up. I can't believe we lost to a little twerp like her, Meowth complained. All we were trying to do was to find some salvia weed to help Jessie, James said. Meowth and James sucked away. Good battle, Psyduck, Misty said, recalling her Pokemon, but we really need to find a salvia weed for Ash and Tracy. Tracy. Pollywag rubbed against Misty's legs affectionately. Pollywag, do you think you can do us a favor? Misty asked. Pollywag nodded. We need to find some salvio seed weed. She showed the picture in the Pokédex. Do you know where we can find some? Polly. Pollywag said excitedly. It jumped into the lake. A moment later, Pollywag swam with strands of the green plant in its mouth. All right, Misty said. Misty called on Staryu again. Let's go. Pollywag dove back into the water. Misty held onto Staryu as they dove onto the lake at the bottom. Clumps of silverweed along the sandstone. Misty, Staryu, and Pollywag gathered as much plant as they could. Then they swam back to the shore. We've got what we need, Misty said. Let's go to Ash and Tracy. Before leaving, Misty placed a pile of salvo weed on the shore. Togepi wondered. We may be enemies, but I can turn my back on someone in trouble. Misty said, Team Rocket can use this to help Jessie. I can turn my back on. Pollywag followed them back to the hut. Pikachu was relieved to see them. Misty quickly boiled the plant in fresh water. She gave Ash and Tracy a cup of the hot liquid. As the liquid slipped down his throat, Ash could feel the sensation coming back to his arms and legs. His whole body felt cooler. He sat up. Sorry it took me so long, Misty said. She told Tracy and Ash about her next battle with James. Tracy sat up next. He noticed Pollywag. Looks like you've caught a Pollywag, Tracy said. I guess I did, Misty said. She turned to Pollywag. How would you like to come along with me in Togepi? Pollywag said. Toby chirped and gave the water type of one a hug. Ash stood and stretched his wing. I hope your new Pollywag is ready to go, Ash said. I've got a winner's cup to win. Chapter 4, Pummelo Island. Soon, Ash and his friends were riding on the back of Lapras, Ash's large blue water and ice-type Pokémon. An island rose out of the ocean a short distance away. Ash could see a round stadium on top of the island. It's Pummelo Island, Ash said. Pummelo Stadium is where we need to battle for the Winner's Cup. We're here, Pikachu. Pikachu jumped on Ash's shoulder. Pikachu, it said happily. Lapras was just reaching the shore. Ash was so excited that he ran down as soon as Lapras was safely back in its Pokeball. He couldn't wait to get started. Ash's friends followed him to the stadium office. A man with gray hair and mustache stood behind a counter. A badge on his jacket read Tournament Clerk. I've come to apply enter the Orange League. He showed him all the clerk of the 4 Orange League badges he had earned. All 4 of these badges were shaped like seashells and jewels in the middle. They proved that Ash had defeated the Orange Crew, the 4 main Orange League gym leaders. The tournament clerk took out a small handheld scanner and held over each badge. The scanner beeped every time. All 4 badges check out, he said. That qualifies you to compete for the Winner's Cup. All right, said, "Hey Ash, look at this," Tracy said. In the corner of the office stood the stone of a dragon type Pokemon. "I wonder what kind of Pokemon this is." The clerk smiled as if he knew the secret. "Your match is tomorrow morning," Ash said. "Let me know if you and your friends the Palace of Victory. Let me show you and your friends the Palace of Victory." Ash and his others followed the old man down the street to a round building with a domed roof. Inside, the walls were lined with photos of Pokemon trainers and stone tablets with Pokemon footprints. These photos are the photos to honor who have won the Orange League Winners' Cup, the tournament. So in order to enter the hall, you have to defeat the leader of the Pummelo Stadium in a full battle. Defeat a full battle? Asked, "What's that?" "That's a 6-on-6 battle," replied the clerk. 6 of your Pokemon against 6 of the leader's Pokemon. The 6 Pokemon can take turns battling. A trainer can recall a Pokemon if it gets weak, and then use it again later. Of course, if a Pokemon faints, it's out of the battle. The battle ends when all 6 of the trainer's Pokemon have fainted. "That's a long battle," Tracy told. "You'll have to think carefully about which types you'll use." Tracy pointed to another statue of the dragon type Pokemon. "Excuse me, sir, what kind of Pokemon is that?" "It's a Dragonite," he replied, "the legendary Pokemon that guards this island." "I knew it," Tracy said. Ash took out his Pokedex. "Dragonite, the dragon and flying type Pokemon," Dexter said. "This extremely rare species is able to fly faster than any other Pokemon." "Drake, the leader of Pummelo Stadium, commands a Dragonite," the clerk said. "He does?" Ash said nervously. "He never battled a Dragonite before. He knew they were pretty powerful. No one has won the Winners' Cup since Drake arrived." "The winners," said the Truman clerk. "Well, Ash, Missy, you got a big challenge ahead of you. It's gonna be tough." "You can say that again," I said. "I better go work out a strategy." The friends headed to the local Pokemon Center. Once they were inside, Ash let his Pokemon out of their Pokeballs. "Wake up, everybody!" Ash cried. Charizard appeared and stomped its feet. Then came Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon. Lapras burst out and shot a stream of water from its mouth. Squirtle, the cute turtle Pokemon, squirted water with Lapras. Pikachu joined them in shooting electric sparks in the air. Then came Ash's sixth Pokemon, Snorlax, the big fat Pokemon who was round asleep. "Snorlax has just big meal 1 hour ago," Tracy reminded him. "It only wakes up when it's hungry. It probably won't wake up in time for the competition." "You're right," Ash said. "Snorlax back in Pokemon. I'll see if I get my other Pokemon by Professor Oak." Professor Oak has started Ash on his journey by giving him a Pokedex and its very first Pokemon, Pikachu. Because Pokemon trainers were only allowed to carry 6 at a time, Ash's extra Pokemon were in Professor's care. Ash explained his problem to Professor Oak. "Are you sure you want to use a Pokemon you haven't used before?" Professor Oak asked. "Pokemon better battle when they know their trainers." "I don't have a choice," Ash said. "Besides, you've been training them, haven't you?" "I suppose so," Professor Oak said. He looked thoughtful. You can use muck or tariff. The wild bull Pokemon walked to professors and snorted, and Ash caught Terrace the Safari Zone. He had never used it in battle, but it was a strong, solid Pokemon. It would make a good replacement for Snorlax. I choose Terrace, Ash said. Then let's make exchange. Professor Oak said. Next to Vinepalm was a Pokeball transfer machine. Ash placed Snorlax Pokeball in the middle of the platform wall. It zapped the Pokemon from above. It vanished. Then more light zapped from the platform. Another Pokeball appeared. Ash threw out the Pokeball. Tara, if I choose you. The brown Pokemon appeared in a flash of light. It snorted and pawed its front leg. It waved all three of its tails. That's a nice terrace, Ash, Tracy said emergently. It sure is, Ash said, and with its help, I'm gonna win the match tomorrow. Chapter 5. Ditto starts the battle. And here's a picture of Terrace. Oh, and I forgot to show you the picture of Snorlax and this picture where they go to see the Dragonite picture, and one last picture of this. They went here, and I also forgot to show you pictures like Poliwag, Psyduck, and Meow, and the other picture of Poliwag. Okay, now let's start chapter 5. Ditto starts the battle. Pummelo Stadium is pulsing with energy as it welcomes a new challenger, said the announcer. Not one challenging trainer has beat Drake, the stadium leader. Since he has begun the region of the Dorp Nation, opposing him is Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town. Will Ash be able to do what no one else has? Ash stepped out of a doorway into the open air stadium. Pikachu walked at its side. Every seat in the stadium was full. A huge statue of a Dragonite overlooked the battlefield. A large scoreboard overhead flashed pictures of Ash and Drake. A tall, muscular man with black hair stepped at the passing doorway. Drake wore a sleevy red shirt. Around his neck hung a Pokeball on his chain. So this is the guy who can handle a Dragonite, Ash thought, zicking his opponent. The two trainers met on the sidelines and the large crowd went wild. Ash and Drake shook hands. Welcome to the Orange League Winners Club, Drake said. I'm happy to be here. Ash replied. The judge in orange shirt stepped between them. The battle will be 6-on-6, he said. The challenger can switch Pokemon any time during the battle. This is a picture of Drake and his Pokeball. And a field change will occur when any three of one trainer's Pokemon become unable to battle. Field change. At that moment, the stadium floor opened up. Two halves of the floor split apart, relieving a large pit underneath. A new field rose up from the bottom of the pit. This field was dotted with rocks and huge boulders. A pool of water shaped like a Pokeball sat in the center. The The first field will be a rock and water battle. Rock and water field. The first field will be a rock and water field, the announcer blared. Ash studied the field's rocky surface. This wasn't going to be harder than he thought. This was going to be harder than he thought. The battle is about to begin, the announcer said. Pay attention to which Pokemon each trainer chooses. Ash and Drake took their positions on opposite sides of the field. Drake held up a Pokeball. See if you can do against my first pick, Alexa. A pink blobby-looking Pokemon burst out from the ball. It landed on a tall boulder. A Ditto, Ash explained. A picture of Ditto lit up on the scoreboard next to Drake's picture. With one hand only technique transform, Ditto can turn into any Pokemon the trainer wishes, said the announcer. This one is a tough one, Tracy said. He and Misty watched from the first row. You're right, Misty agreed. It won't matter what type of Pokemon Ash chooses. It's at all. Ditto can mimic its opponent's attack. Ash wanted to start out strong. He turned out to Pikachu. Pikachu decided with his powerful electric charge. Pikachu's picture lit up on the scoreboard. Pikachu nodded. It was eager to battle. Pikachu jumped on a tall rock. Sparks cracked around its face as it gathered energy for the attack. Ditto, transform, Drake yelled. White light glowed around Ditto. Its blobby form started to take shape. When the light faded, a little yellow Pokemon stood on the boulder. Ditto has taken the form of Pikachu, the announcer cried. Talk about saying double. Ash understood Drake's strategy. Now Ditto could use all the attacks that Pikachu could. The two Pokemon would be evenly matched. Pikachu hurled a bolt of sizzling electricity at Ditto. Ditto absorbed the energy. When the attack was over, Ditto looked as strong as ever. What was Ash thinking? The announcer cried. Responding to electric attack with another electric attack is useless. They cancel each other out. Ditto countered the attack with a thundershock. The huge lightning burst electrified Pikachu, but the Pikachu wasn't shaken by the charge. Won't these guys learn? Groaned the announcer, but Ash wasn't ready to change his strategy, no matter what the loud announcer thought. Pikachu, thundershock, Alexa, Ash cried. Drake followed Ash's lead. Ditto, thundershock. The two Pokemon aimed at and gagged, turning the blast one another. The two bolts met in the air, creating a huge explosion. The backlash caused the high rock Pikachu was standing to crumble to pieces. Ditto's rock was falling apart too.